Hey guys, so we learned how to factor using the box method, but there are some other methods that I wanted to show you guys in case you didn't really like the box method and you wanted to try something else. So this first one is actually very similar. A lot of teachers call it split the middle. And it's the same thing as box method, but it's just set up a little different. So here's how it works. You still start by doing the MA, the exact same way that we did in the box. Okay, so I'm sorry, but that's not going away. So if this is your problem, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to add to the middle term here. So negative 13 is the add, and the multiply is still the first times the last. So 2 times 20 is 40. And we've still got to find those two numbers. So what are two numbers that multiply to 40 but add to negative 13? And it ends up being negative 8 and negative 5. Okay, so what we're going to do, again, same as before, you're going to give them both an x. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the middle term out, and you're going to put these in its place. Okay, so now we're going to rewrite it. It's going to be 2x squared minus 8x minus 5x plus 20. So you're rewriting it, but you're taking the middle term out and you're splitting it. This is why it's called split the middle. And then this should look familiar because now you guys are going to do factor by grouping the four terms. All right, remember factor by grouping whenever you have four terms? So that's where you take out the GCF of this pair, which is 2x, and you're left with x minus 4. And then you take the GCF of this pair, which is negative 5, and you're left with x minus 4. And then they both have that x minus 4, so you take that common factor out, and the remaining parenthesis is 2x minus 5. Okay, this is actually the same thing as the box method. It's just written out differently. Okay, hey, since this is an optional video, why don't I show you guys the box method for this one too? So, same thing. I just want to show you guys that these are all the same thing. So, box method, you put the 2x squared here, you put the 20 here, and then we would have had to do this MA table. So we would put the negative 8x here and the negative 5x here. Okay, so box method, it's going to get us the same answer. The GCF of these guys is negative 4. The GCF of these guys is x. The GCF of these guys is 2x. And the GCF of these guys is negative 5. So notice our answer is 2x minus 5 times x minus 4. Same thing that we got here. 2x minus 5 times x minus 4. I don't know. All right, now there's one more way, and this is called guess and check method. And this is only if you are super good at doing mental math and visualizing. Okay, so this is called guess and check. This is the way I do it, but it took me time to understand this method. This is when you don't do any background work, you jump straight to the answer. And you are just going to play around until you make it work. So here's what I mean. We know that this is for those people that didn't like the box and you liked that double distribute method. This is more for you guys, I would say. So we know by distributing that this one times this one has to make this. So that means we know for sure that this is going to be a 2x and this is going to be a 1x. Because that's the only way to get 2x squared. Okay, we know that. Another thing that we know by this double distributing is that this number times this number is going to end up being 20. Okay, but we got some options now. Let's make a list of all the ways you can multiply to 20. It could be 20 times 1. It could be 10 times 2. It could be 4 times 5. Okay, so you got to put, it's going to be one of these pairs, but you got to figure out which one goes where. And then another thing you have to keep in mind is that when you start adding the like terms in the middle, it's got to add to negative 13. Okay, so for example, let's just do, you know what would help if you guys had a pencil, but unfortunately I do not right now. So let's just play around. Let's say we tried 4 and 5. So let's say we had the 4 here and the 5 here. Okay, let's just guess and check. Now, 2x times x is 2x squared. 4 times 5 is 20. So we got to check now the inners and the outers. So we got to check this one with an x and this one with an x. These have to add to negative 13. So you would say, okay, well, 2 times 5 is 10. 4 times 1 is 4. There's no way that 10 and 4 is going to add to 13. Okay, so it's not 4 and 5. Let's try maybe switching the order and doing 4 and 5 that way. 5 and 4. So this is 5. This is 8. 5 plus 8 could add up to negative 13 if they're both negative. So let's see if that works. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times negative 4 is negative 8x. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. And negative 5 times negative 4 is plus 20. And if you guys add the like terms in the middle, we do get 2x squared minus 13x plus 20. So the answer is 2x minus 5 times x minus 4. And that is what we got. 2x minus 5 times x minus 4. 2x minus 5 times x minus 4. So this is the guess and check method. This is the most advanced. I would also say it's the hardest. But yeah, now you guys have 3 options to solve or to factor trinomials. Whatever you like best. All right, thanks for watching.